Previously on Queen Daka. A whole lot of backstabbing, a whole lot of petty games, possible intellectual property theft, but no one could prove anything either time, and one very sarcastic newspaper ad. The story of this rivalry is honestly pretty wild, definitely worth a watch. But now it's time for the results show! Roll title! Let me start today's broadcast by reminding our audience where our teams stand. This is the closest we've seen this race in years, Queenie. That's absolutely right, Queenie. This small window we're in right now between the opening of Volcano Bay and the opening of Galaxy's Edge is truly one for the record books. Universal has had strong offensive players for a while, between Dragon Challenge, Whip Ride Rocket, and of course, the Hulk. They found a hole in Disney's defenses and gained serious ground among thrill seekers. But that is starting to change. In years past, the weakest member of the Trinity was Rip Ride Rocket. Many have called it not as steep as it promises with the lift hill, overbraked, and all in all, a DJ booth on wheels. But when Dragon Challenge stopped simultaneous launches and eventually closed, they lost one of their strongest players. The replacement is finally here, but 2 seasons with a hole in this team's lineup has left some fans wondering if they're strong enough to compete in Disney's division. That's right, Queenie. It's a tough game, and we can't forget Disney's answers. They immediately battled back with Tower of Terror, then Rock and Roller Coaster, and after that, Expedition Everest. Unbelievable. A return to form for the giant that created this industry. Indeed, Disney clearly has the most to offer. Nobody else has 6 gates. But Universal now has 3, and finally confirmed a 4th is coming. Absolutely. Rumors of a 7th for Disney have floated around for years, but no, not happening yet. So here's how the parks stack up. As you can see, it's 2 against 1 in every category. It seems that way, Queenie, it seems that way. But this is a game of quality over quantity. So it is, Queenie, so it is. And with that, let's get to the rankings. Category 1, Immersion. If you want to make the leap from amusement park to theme park, you had better focus on this score here. It's one thing to build an intense ride, it's another to teleport people to the universe of that ride. And traditionally, that was Disney's world. They didn't just make a ride about pirates, they made you smell the salty seas before you're even on the boat. And up until recently, Universal just could not get it together. But everything changed during the 2010 season. Most of their rides are still just rides, but they've proven that they can do more and intend to going forward. And that potential boosts their score. Next up, transportation. If you want to call yourself a resort, you need a way to get between all these parks you're building. Plus, how easy it is to park hop will greatly affect your park experience. Now, because of the immersion focus, Disney has spread out their parks for sightline reasons. Universal, on the other hand, has them connected by City Walk. Disney Springs is miles away. Having one of the largest bus systems in Florida still can't make that easy to navigate. But at least there isn't a whole park I can only get to by bus. There's a whole park I can only get to by monorail. Much cooler. Next category, shows. Disney. Who are we kidding? I love you, Sinbad, but let's not pretend. Poseidon's Fury is good, but not bioluminescent lily pads good. I loved getting chosen by my wand, but I also love 45-foot dragons. And Fear Factor has been canceled for 7 years, but really 13. Next. Fireworks. The best way to end any night at a park. You may not think you care that much about this, but let me remind you that before they started projection mapping on Hogwarts Castle, all Universal had was a waterfall that quoted movies like the least interesting guy in your college dorm. Congratulations, you tried. And now the big show, rides. I have decided to match up comparable attractions and award points for each instance where one outshines its counterpart. The reasons I have chosen which rides win should be self-explanatory, but if they are not, may I direct you here? Or more probably, here. Let me remind you, you clicked on an opinion piece. I know, I expected Disney to lose by more, but when I tallied it up, they each had 5 points. Now, neither of them gets a 10, and Universal deserves to take this category, but when I thought about it, Disney earned that 8. Go ride Rock and Roller Coaster and tell me they didn't. They've got the best drop tower out there, and, well, no hulks, several mummy equivalents. Plus, their filler rides are way better than Universal's. Go ride Little Mermaid, then go ride Despicable Me. And while you're in Kittyland, compare Pooh to Cat in the Hat. Both are good, one is better. I know coaster enthusiasts don't care for Disney, but go to Hollywood Studios. Ride Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, even Slinky Dog Dash. And now, Rise of the Resistance. So, yeah, Universal has to take the category because of Hulk, but I dock them a point for not having as good a coaster in their original park. And still, with a score of 43 to 36, Disney wins. Nothing beats Disney. Not for theming, not for shows, not for fireworks, not for immersion, not for atmosphere. There's just nowhere like it on Earth. Because nowhere else can take you anywhere on Earth. And for one magical half second, you forget you're on a ride. You forget you're in a park. You forget how much you paid to be there. And it takes you in and takes you somewhere new. Tell me I'm wrong. Thanks for watching.